Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome
Um,
back.
all right. So the reason why this has changed since you were last here
Yeah,
is,
ta-da! Hi, everybody. Things have changed since I was last here.
yeah. Um, so the reason why it's changed is I want to do the things that were going to take hours and hours. So like, I got a zombie. His name is Bobby. He's in there,
Bobby
and that took
Boucher.
like, no, he doesn't have a last name. He doesn't. He doesn't have lineage. He was the
Okay.
first of his kind.
He was the first. Gotcha.
Right.
And since he will never have children, we didn't want to even give him the thought of having lineage.
Right. Um, So, like with other people that are on the server and stuff, getting just a mob to spawn in a dark room took hours and hours and hours and hours. So getting Bobby here was like a thing that would have taken us, since we only record and never edit. We'd be on probably episode 60 by now by the time just by getting Bobby, and it'd been just standing up here doing nothing. Because I made a dark room over here and waited for him to spawn and lured him in there and trapped him or whatever. Next was the villagers. Since there's no village anywhere near around here, same thing. I had to wait for zombie villagers to spawn and cure them, and that took. I think I got to those two in a 12-hour stream. So basically, the process of the things that
don't
you've
kill
missed,
them.
right? It probably took about 20 hours, I would say, of off and on just messing around. Like the way I got them to spawn was every night I'd wait for well, for one thing, with patrons being able to sleep, there was hardly ever any nights, so that was part of the problem. And I was waiting for zombie villagers to spawn in the dark room where Bobby spawned, but that just never happened. So eventually, it got to the point where we weren't passing the night, and I would just find zombies down below and keep punching them until they made zombie hordes and hope that one of them were zombie villagers. Um, so yeah, so we got these two villagers and everything. I have not exposed them to Bobby. Bobby's been just hiding in there ever since. These guys don't know about Bobby. Um, but I did give them both professions. But the server had a glitch. So like after I cured them, so like I've learned so much about villagers since last time we were together. Um,
Okay.
like you can decide what their first trade is now. So for instance, this guy's a mending guy.
You
Um,
decided that?
Yeah. So whenever you place down their job thing, like this guy, he's a librarian, so his lectern, you place it down, he turns into a librarian. You see what his trade is. If you don't like it, you break the lectern, he becomes stupid again, and you place it back down. And you keep doing that until he gets the trade you want. Then you trade with him once and it's locked in.
So
So
you
you
have a
can,
mending book, is what you're saying.
yes, I have many mending books.
Oh.
But here's the thing. So after you cure a zombie from a zombie villager, they like you a whole lot. And then they'll give you super cheap trades. So this guy, he was down to 1 emerald for 1 mending book. Like as you see now, he charges 26 emeralds. The reason why is the server had a glitch and it erased their trades. So he no longer has the cool trade he once had. But if we expose him to a zombie and cure him again, then he'll go back down to 1 or whatever. So what I kind of want to do is have these two fuck and let's make a bunch of babies and then extract these and set up a separate trading area. Because I don't really want these to be the people that are making our on-golem farm work. But so that's kind of my thought process. Because I want, so Nvidia's got this whole thing set up that's pretty wild. In fact, we should go look at it. Let's do that.
Okay.
And we'll come back to this.
Keep in mind, we don't have elytras, right?
I do, but that's okay.
Son of a bitch.
We did kill the dragon. Did you shut the gate?
No.
Okay.
Well,
You're an irresponsible parent.
yeah. Oh, I did shut the gate.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, we'll just take the Nether to his house.
Okay, let's go.
To Nvidia's house. I just got the elytra. We killed the dragon 2 days ago. Sunday, I think it was. Sunday. And I just got an elytra, so I haven't even got.
Did it take you
I put
forever?
mending on it. It did. In fact, there's a 2-hour video that I haven't edited yet of me getting this damn thing.
So it's gonna take me.
It is. The patrons have their own end, so you're not competing with them for elytras at least. But what I was thinking I might do is I might go out there on a stream and use my elytra to get one for you and for my daughter.
Okay. Well, we'll see if that. Yeah, we'll see if that is able to happen. I just had to steal some salmon from the thing, by the way. That's why I was
okay. That's fine.
delayed.
So lots happened since you were on last because with all the patrons and
it
stuff.
seems that way.
I did a 24-hour stream over the weekend. This is all I played. So yeah, I've been on here quite a bit.
This Nether hub looks like it's had like years of work put into it now.
You ought to see the patrons one. Theirs is better than ours. I don't like his color choices here. The signs are awful, and the colors of the words.
Do signs of that color.
I think these colors are actually new.
So
now.
it's funny. I've learned that there's certain, which you always know about, these schemes of colors that are supposed to go together or not. Apparently, they have now built into programs like these color blindness, essentially. We went the wrong way.
I'm not sure. I thought this looked different down to Fedrin's place, Fedrin Nvidia's place.
The color blindness palettes that you're supposed to use, and you're supposed to use it for everything to make sure in case somebody has to see your presentation that's colorblind. This would not fly at all right here.
Really?
Yeah, this is completely. Not only is it weird, bright colors, but it's green on red, which are the two most common like color blindness types.
Really? Okay.
Or red
so
on
he's
green. I
really
guess
insensitive, is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Like somebody easily could be watching the video right now and be like, "I didn't know there was words on that sign," or "I thought it was words floating in the air and there was no sign."
All right, we need to talk to Ryuski. We may have to remove him from the server.
It's just for being such a insensitive.
Right. All right. Here's a video.
Okay. So my brain is thinking of something, but I don't quite know what it is. Maybe you can give me some details here. Who's Noah from season 3?
Noah was the villager out by the Ark. Remember I made the Ark?
I don't remember all the details of said Ark. But
so I made an Ark, and it was going to be like where I bred my village, my animals at. So I had like 2 sheep in a minecart, and I could call them up or whatever. And there was a village right beside the Ark, and Noah, from the Ark story, and Anderzel killed him, technically on accident, but we don't have that part's really not that important. He pranked me by covering the village completely in a dome of dirt, and then zombie spawned and killed Noah. So this is a video setup, and the way he's got it set up so that he can easily re-zombify these guys. If he wants a better trade or whatever, he can just pull this lever. This guy gets lowered down. I'm gonna pull it back up for the zombie gets here, but the zombie comes over, touches him, doesn't kill him or anything. Then Nvidia can easily throw the potion of weakness on him, feed him an apple, and he's back to being like a lower trades or whatever like that. And so he can get the cool trades.
I'm so confused. What?
About which part?
So a zombie touches them and they just go back?
Yes, the moment a zombie touches a villager, the villager becomes a zombie villager again.
And that's new.
Well, no, that would always happen.
Really?
Like zombies would always, or villagers would always become zombie villagers when a zombie got to them. Right?
I thought they just killed them.
I guess they do. They did to some degree, didn't they? Maybe now they only kill them if they don't have a profession or something.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, since the server's on hard mode, it's 100% chance to be turned into a zombie villager.
Oh, well, but was that before as well? We had our server on
I don't
hard mode
know.
before, right?
Yeah,
I thought they just died. I didn't realize
before.
they turned. Maybe I just didn't pay attention enough.
Right. Yeah, there definitely was a time where they died.
This is like his army just lined up over here. This is like freaky.
Right. Yeah, so he's got it set up where all right. Limited interaction, Jabba. Thank you, Arcus, for the raid. We are recording. So yeah, he's got it set up where I don't really know. I haven't been there lately, but he had it set up where he could easily
Hi, video.
Easily
Oops,
just
sticky
like
keys, god damn it.
He could press a button and like it would send these guys up on the rail, and it would like push them down to wherever there's an empty slot and all this stuff. I don't know how all that works, but I want to kind of recreate his setup here with the guys we have upstairs so that we can easily so we can easily set up these trades and easily zombify him if we need, and so on. Because basically we lost our good trade on mending for 1 emerald because the server messed up and they had to respawn our villager. And after that, he doesn't know that he was once a zombie, so I need to zombify him again. But yeah, so you get it, like how easy it is now to get exactly what trade you want and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's just crazy to think that that's where it turned into that, which turned into this essentially.
Right.
That is insane.
Especially after the amount of work we put in, like other seasons, to get a mending book out of a villager, where now it's just like, oh, you just break and place this block over and over again. Is this the way? Yeah.
Dude, I mean, maybe that's why Fedrin had so many mending books that we borrowed.
No, it wasn't like this last season. At least, well, maybe it was.
Yeah, we didn't play with villagers much, so.
Right.
Wait, a bit. Wait, what the hell?
There's more than one way.
I was so confused.
We missed the drop. Here's the drop.
I'm waiting for a message to be like, Guude fell to death. It's like a fake drop.
Yeah. I'd be so mad.
I'm
still the last Mindcracker on 0, I think. Oh wait, no, Brienne. It's me and Brienne. We're the last remaining hope for this planet.
Yep, I'm at my 1 with that creeper explosion. It's nice because the thought, like my chest doesn't feel tight, playing.
Yeah. No, I understand that, because when I went to get the elytra, it was very hard. It was very difficult. Branching out, and I kept saying, Jeff always does this for me.
And last season, I was the one that went the longest with 0 deaths, and I was still doing the 1 branching.
Yeah, that's true. I was sweating. I had to tap in to stop and like wipe myself down because my fingers were slipping off the keys because I was so sweaty.
It's so much easier in there though, in the end, because there's not skeletons shooting at you. Skeletons are what really are the killer of that. God, I don't even know which way we are, and I can't read these goddamn
We're
signs
on the green
because of my
line.
colorblindness.
We're on the green line, if that helps.
They're all fucking green. It's all
well,
green
no,
looking.
like there's a block above the top. It's a clay block.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Justice. So there's Nebs. So the question was, that was the whole asking about Noah was there's speculation that Bobby really does have some lineage.
How the fuck is Bobby related to? Who's he related to?
Noah.
How would that be possible?
Because
Because Noah died.
You don't know what Noah did before he died?
But he fucked the zombie that was killing him?
Did Noah was Noah for his whole life in your sights at all times?
Well, no, because he died out of my sights.
So
like his last moments are a mystery.
But how did you before that? Was he always in your sights? Are you one of those parents who's gonna grow up and think that your daughter never is like going on dates with boys?
I mean, I imagine her first dates I'll know about. Don't you think? Don't you think you'll know about your son's first date?
Sure, but do you think, since you don't know about Noah's first dates, that there couldn't have been?
Well, I know about Noah's first dates. We watched him fuck for the first time.
Well, then you know he did the deed,
right?
So how is it so hard to think that he has a lineage?
But how did his lineage become a zombie? He wasn't a zombie villager. He was just a zombie.
I mean, the zombie has to mate with somebody that eventually spawns zombie villagers, right? It's like a recessive trait, I would assume. You might be the recessive trait carrier.
This is the worst storyline.
Hey, I'm just asking because somebody was asking me if there was some lineage there that we didn't know about. These guys.
Have you slept?
Not in a while, so I'm gonna wake this guy up and sleep.
Oh wow, you just ruined his trades.
Did I really? Oh, I can't.
Yeah, if you wake them up, it pisses them off. They hate you for now.
I can't sleep here now, so.
Why not?
The zombie's too close.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the Phantoms weren't on last time we played, but they're on now. So
they weren't on last time we played.
I
didn't know that.
I didn't either. I found out after, and I was like, why the fuck aren't?
I didn't know you could turn them off.
And you can turn off anything, right?
Like specifically, it can be like turn off zombies spawning.
Yeah,
like it's just a command.
I don't know if it's just a command or not, but it's definitely a thing you can do in Spigot. Whether or not it might just be a command too, though. To be honest.
I mean, I can imagine being able to have a command block that automatically like somehow kills all zombies that spawn at all times or something like that. But I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, and on the server side, you can cut off like them spawning. Period. Not even stopping them, like not killing them after they spawn. Just never let them spawn, basically.
I like how there's the 2 out of 11 people are just still in bed.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna actually sleep.
Except those 2 people who are clearly still in bed.
Just laying there, enjoying themselves. So I guess we need to get beds is the first thing, because I want them to breed.
Yeah, so we need to get some... I'm assuming you have more iron and stuff collected by now.
I don't know that I do, actually.
Let's say we'll need shears and... God, it looks like
I mean, I got enough for shears for sure.
Looks like there's a fire above your place because of those... Is that beehives?
I don't know. She was doing something earlier today with beehives, so maybe.
She got some beehives up here over some campfires.
Okay. She was asking me earlier about how to get bees in the hives. I told her she had to take the hive to where the other was at and breed them so they would go in that hive. But I don't know if she ever accomplished that or not. I do have a full enchanting setup now. I don't know if you have any levels.
3.
Oh.
So no.
Probably save those.
But I also still only have iron gear. I probably need to get a caving episode in one of these days to gear up in some... Oh, I already had shears. I just realized too, and I just made some shears.
I had some too. I don't know where they're at.
Here, before you make some, take mine.
I found some.
Well, never mind.
So yeah, we probably need... I don't have a sheep farm at all, but I bet if we go to spawn, there's tons of sheep. I'm gonna go to spawn and just make them all naked.
I'm gonna go to spawn and borrow a bunch of diamonds from somebody who's selling them.
So my daughter did that yesterday. They weren't selling them though. She just went to a video's house and was like, "Oh, cool, a shulker box. I want to show my dad a shulker box." She just took it. I get a message later. I guess he'd messaged the mods. He was like, "Some of my stuff is disappearing," and so they like checked because every interaction is logged, and they were like, looks like Apple took it." So he sent me this message. It's like a little awkward, but your daughter stole my stuff.
I mean, good thing they didn't have that back in the day when the prank wars started.
Oh, I know, right?
That would have ruined everything. There'd have been no anger at Nebris.
Yeah, I had a patron try to kill me actually by removing a block in the Nether, and it pissed me off. And so I
how could they do that?
Well, it was in the wild part of the Nether, and I had logged out to go record Nemesis with you last week actually, and when I logged back in, they had removed that block.
Ooh,
and so I fell.
There's a creeper coming. I gotta get out of here. Whew.
Yeah, I fell and almost died, and I was like, "This is bullshit." And so I ended up stopped streaming for the night, and the mods looked, and people didn't realize that every single block you break is logged.
Yeah, I would not have realized that either. But I mean, you were in their home.
I mean, I was at the Nether Fortress that everyone uses. It's the world's Nether Fortress.
Why are there creepers just hanging out by the sheep farm?
People don't know how to use torches. Need to show them.
Why is it always just creepers?
I've been working on a witch spawning area. You'll see it.
Oh yeah. Is it close to here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Watch out for the creeper.
Just creepers just hanging out. There's a skeleton. Wow.
I got a lot of help last night, so I haven't done this all alone. Last night, Brian and Cone and everyone.
I lost you. I stopped to kill that skeleton.
Oh, I'll come back.
And now there's a lot of bad. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you. Okay. So my son loves this book called The Sheepover. And it's a book about basically a sheep who gets sick, and then is promised that when it gets better, it can have a bunch of friends over for, a sleepover. And so it's called the sheep over. But it's pictures and stuff of like real animals the whole time. Like it was actually done. They have pictures done on a farm to go with the story and all.
Yeah.
Is this the witch area?
It is. So there's the witch hut over there.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's one over here. So we got 2. So we're combining them together. Like this is the center point right here between the 2.
Will they spawn?
Yeah, they're close enough together that we can get both of them working from a center point here.
Really?
So it'll be technically twice as fast as last season, but mob spawn less with as many people on. So may not be very fast at all. I don't know. There's still a lot to do. We got to keep clearing out more area. We're not done clearing out area. And I wanted it to be flat this season, which Brian argued against greatly, but I eventually convinced him. So this was a swamp. We've been basically digging and filling it in to make it all flat and path blocks, but it still needs a lot of time and work. There's a lot of damn mobs tonight. Jesus.
Yeah, it's probably because you lit up all this area out here. So, God, a shit ton just spawned like on your way back. But in this book, and of course, it's talking about like trying to remember what the cat's name is. It's like Snowdream the cat and like Keeper the hen, and it talks about all these different animals who are worried about the sheep that's hurt and sick. But it's like Tom the turkey, so it's all these like basic names that you're reading through and going through, and you turn to one of the page and all of a sudden it's like, and then the rooster Buff Orpington. And I was like, wait, Buff Orpington? Like, who names a rooster like a full-fledged name, and what the fuck does Buff Orpington mean?
For some reason, that feels more like a pig's name to me.
Mr. Buff Orpington. No, it was the rooster for sure. And it just
I believe you. I was just saying, for me,
it's the only name that is like not a just made up animal name. It sounds made up. It's just the most awkward name to say in the middle of this book. Buff Orpington.
Is that what y'all read tonight?
Yeah, one of many books that we read tonight. He's up to like a 6-book. At least, and then he's not even. Now I'm trying to train him that I'm not reading to him until he falls asleep. It's reading to him for a while, and then we turn off the lights and lay down together, trying to get him to start going. And it's working. It's doing okay, but it's different. Of course, because Grammy's been around, and she will just read and read and read and read when she puts him to bed until he falls asleep, which is what we used to do as well. But it just takes him so much longer now.
We never did that. We just always would read X number of books. It was normally 3 a night, and then that was that.
When she was younger, though, right? I mean, because you did like hours straight reading of like Harry Potter's and stuff.
Oh yeah. But that wasn't necessarily at bedtime. That was normally like whenever we drove to Disney, for example. Crystal drove the whole way, and I just read Harry Potter the whole way. So it was, but yeah, I mean, we did do sometimes at bedtime, but yeah, most of it was different times of day.
Do you have wood to take up there so we can get all the beds?
Yeah. How many?
I got 29 white wool and 6 light gray wool. I just know since they take up a single inventory slot, I don't want to take them upstairs.
Yeah, I think I have enough wood now. I think they'll only reproduce during the day.
Well, and did you give them enough food?
I have food up here because I was trading with the one guy to get emeralds, but now their trades are messed up, so I haven't done any trading with them.
But I mean, food, they need to have full stomachs of certain things to be in the mood.
Right, but I can just give them a bunch of carrots, right?
Yes, or we can... Oh, yeah, I guess we don't need to make a farm if we don't want them to just go forever.
Right. I don't actually have carrots up here, though. I thought I did, but apparently I don't.
Is there a way you want to line up the beds, too?
I was leaving all this up to you to decide, or us to decide together. I didn't have any... Like, basically, I got it to the point where I thought the next time we got together, it would be something that was easy to move forward with without any of the tedious stuff. I was trying to get the tedious stuff done, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just made 9 beds. So
I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 on me. Trying to find these carrots. I may have traded them all. It can just be one food though, right? Like you can just give them carrots and
yeah,
that's
I think
enough.
it's carrots or potatoes or there's like 3 things that they take. Wheat maybe. And there's a certain number of each one that they need to be, satisfied.
Right. I must have traded all the carrots. Oh crap. I'm gonna go to the spawn and get some more carrots. I don't have a carrot farm over here.
Come on, guys. The sun's up. Get up. It's a beautiful day.
They might still be full because I did feed them a bunch.
So they might still
Just
be
for the hell of it.
in the mood.
They might. I don't know. I don't know how long that lasts. It's been days and days since I fed them, so probably not.
I'm tempted to try this double-decker thing and see if it works.
Double decker.
Remember, I think you can put the beds on top
Oh,
of
right.
each other, and I read somewhere that actually counts as beds, but I'm not 100% certain. So if I put 2 down, we can see if we can eventually get 2 villagers.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to test it.
Though I will need to raise this wall over here just temporarily because they can get out the way I just did
Get
this.
more with fortune.
There. No, they can't get out. These guys are sleeping all freaking day. I don't want to get them all mad and wake them up, but
It's probably because you ruined the sleep the night before.
only one. The other one's just ignoring me, man.
So a video was explaining how they gossip, and if you affect one of them, you affect all of them.
Oh,
basically.
God damn it. Now you guys are just making stuff up.
No, it's true. You can actually watch them. Like whenever if he was showing it to me, whenever you,
Okay, they're awake now.
whenever you zombify one and then save him, he'll start talking about it to all the other ones and stuff.
Can I give them something to make them feel better? Man, I cooked all my potatoes. Would they take some cooked potatoes? Will that make them feel better? I think it has to be raw potatoes though.
It does have to be raw potatoes. I got enough carrots here to.
Here, let me give them to him because I need to curry favor apparently.
Yeah.
Because they be talking about me. My ears are ringing. They're looking at me, man. Evil eyes. Evil eyes.
Evil eyes.
They do. They're just like, what are you doing here? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. I mean, I did, but it was for a purpose that I thought was a purpose.
When I woke the one up, he went from like 21 emerald to like 63 or something like that for the mending book.
Oh yeah, the thing didn't change for me. It's still 26, so maybe they're not mad.
Maybe not. It didn't last long. It was like the next day he was cool again.
Where are you at? You coming over here with carrots?
Yeah, I'm almost here.
We're just gonna interact with like the lectern. Like I want to teach a lesson right now. Be like, and so a squared plus b squared. Anyone?
All right, here you go. I want to put him in this chest.
Okay, so I will take some of these and go. It definitely took those. Did that make him happier?
How long does it take for them to fuck?
I think once they get enough carrots in them, they get the little particles right away. I'm afraid that they're so close together that they're not. Oh, he just got an emerald out. Like he put an emerald.
Yeah,
in
they
his hand.
hold them out like that now. I don't know why.
That's weird. Can you guys separate for a minute?
Oh, those hearts.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there they are. So they should be. They both got them, right? It wasn't just one of them?
I think so. It always reminds me of the way they stare in each other's eyes. That movie with the 3 seashells. What was that? Judge Dredd?
Demolition Man.
Yeah, Demolition Man, where they had the new way of having sex or whatever.
You guys ain't gonna do it now. Oh no, they did it.
Oh, he's so tiny.
So clearly one.
Wait. Can he escape?
Ooh, yes.
There he goes. He's escaping.
Right through this middle. Should we put some cobble down right for the time being?
Maybe. Will half slabs work? I mean, yeah, for now, cobble's totally fine.
Just to get something to cover it up until.
So apparently they hold the emerald out if you're holding an item that they trade for.
Oh, interesting.
I just remembered.
Okay. He's safe. So now it'll be. Now the problem is, so we know that this counts as at least one bed.
Right.
So the question is, will it count as two? Because that will base on how we can continue to build this.
Right. So how do we know?
I think we're gonna have to wait until like for whatever the cooldown is, and then try to breed them again. Or part of what we might tell is at night when they sleep. Does one of them sleep in the? If they sleep in the bottom bed, I think we know the answer.
Why don't we do this? Let's take that and then let's do this. Yeah. Now there's just 3 beds. Or well, now there's just 3 beds. So there's a bed for each, right?
Yeah.
So we'll know tonight if they get in all 3 of those beds if they work, I guess.
Sure, but I'm not even sure that they can actually physically get in that other bed below. So they might still like count it as a bed but not be able to sleep in it. I'm not sure. So if they don't sleep in all 3 of the beds, we can still put the 4th one down and try to breed them again tomorrow. And if they don't breed, that also means it doesn't count. It's like our testing method.
Okay. Can they be right beside each other like this?
Yes, definitely had them beside each other in the last one we did.
Okay.
Well, you could try to jump out of there, huh?
They can?
I was thinking well, I can jump from here to this wall.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't.
He won't. I don't think they'll jump over a block like that.
So while we wait, I mean, there's not much else we can do.
Right.
Right now.
So so I haven't looked at any tutorials on how to make an iron golem farm or anything like that. But I decided this would be good. So my understanding from this though is that once we have the villager set up, the golems can spawn within was it 16 by 13 by 16 area of the villagers themselves.
Well, yeah, remember it said villagers, but we weren't sure if we were trying to say the village center.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's the villagers themselves. So everywhere we have a bed, we need to have a filled in block area everywhere except for this open area here, basically, by 16 by 13 by 16 or whatever that number is. I need to look it back up. I think. So like once we establish this inner area here with farms and beds and carpet or whatever, and then fill it in, then we need to build just a dense box around this place.
Are we high enough to do that?
Well, yeah, we're more than 16 blocks from the ground.
Okay. So the dense box is going to be underneath or above?
The dead spot's in the center.
So just the center. We're not doing... Because if it's... Okay. Just like it's this exact size, but just down.
And out.
And out.
Well, yeah, it's got 16. It's a 3-dimensional space that they spawn in. So
let's pretend for a second, though, we got a villager that was right here.
Yeah.
It can go 16 blocks that way.
Uh-huh.
And that way. Oops.
Uh-huh.
So it's got to be a giant box.
Exactly.
How do we then funnel the villager or the golems?
Well, the only place then the golem could spawn is in the center.
So wait, you just want to put... I thought you said you wanted to do a box out, but you are just talking about doing a box in the center.
I'm talking about filling in the area where they can spawn and leaving the only area that they can spawn in the center.
Okay, so basically putting a floor in the center area where they can spawn.
No floor. They'll spawn in the air.
Well, then the problem is then they can spawn. You literally want to do a dense box 16 blocks out in each direction from this box and just fill it.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. I understand.
It's possible they no longer spawn in the air as of this update, and in which case we'll just put a lip around the center here.
Yeah, because if they don't spawn around the air, we could literally just put a floor in the center. We could actually
even if we just put a floor in the center. Oh, huh. Yeah, I guess if that's the case, then yeah, we don't have to fill an area outside if they don't spawn in the air.
And if we want a lot bigger spawning area for the golems, we could actually go just down like 3 blocks and make another whole floor, and that would be the spawning platform. And you just got to make sure all this is unspawnable space if they can't spawn in the air.
That's true. Yeah, that'd work. Only thing is spawn in water.
They did last season.
So if that's the case, then yeah, we could just have. I have the coronavirus. We could just have an area down here below that's just like a bunch of water channels pushing them. That would actually simplify this a lot. If they don't spawn in the air.
Yeah. Are you thinking they don't spawn in the air? Is your mind telling you that?
I'm hearing that.
Okay.
I'm hearing that in my head. The voices in my head are saying they don't spawn in the air.
Well, shall we contemplate this more in the next episode?
We should. We should do that, exactly. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See ya.